Lead magnets are the first thing that your customer is going to interact with in your funnel. And I used to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars creating these very fancy professional level PDFs that I used to use as a lead magnet in my insurance business. However, it's 2025 and we have AI and all these advanced systems now. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can produce professional level quality lead magnets that you can use in your insurance business today, all within 5 minutes, that you can use to attract life insurance clients at scale. What is up, guys? For those of you who do not know me, my name is Philip Setter. I've been in the insurance industry for over 10 years now, and I've been able to scale my insurance brokerage to 6 figures and beyond using social media and digital marketing. If you guys want to do the exact same thing in your business, I recorded a 2-hour absolutely free masterclass where I show you guys step by step exactly how I did this and how you can apply this in your business today. If you guys want access to that, just comment masterclass. I did a little 2-finger there. I meant 1. Comment masterclass below and I will show it to you, or I'll send it to you. But without further ado, let's just get right into this video. Okay, before we actually get into the screen share, and I'll show you guys exactly how to build these custom lead magnets all within 5 minutes. It's incredibly easy with ChatGPT prompts and all these different technologies that we're going to use. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about business and the fundamentals of making money in the financial industry. Whether you're selling insurance or you're an investment advisor or you're doing financial planning, the basics of business are actually very simple. And once you stop trying to find this, one specific hack or one thing that's going to take your business to the next level, once you understand the mechanics of it and how it all works together, you can start to figure out where in the process it is breaking down and what you need to work on. So here's the fundamentals of business, and not just the insurance business or financial services, but every business. The very first part that you're going to start at is raw eyeballs. You need to get traffic and eyeballs on you and your business. That's pretty straightforward. It's pretty common sense if you think about it. However, most people forget about that. They think hey, if I just put a post out or, tell people that hey, I just launched this insurance business, and they thought if you build it, they will come. No. That is dead. If you build it and market the shit out of it, they might come. So the very first step is raw eyeballs. We just need to get traffic and we need to get people aware of what we do. The second step is now our funnel, which I'm going to talk about in the screen share here that I'm going to provide you guys. However, the funnel is now where we are talking, communicating with our clients through various different methods, and we're funneling them from an absolute stranger. They have no idea who we are to they start to get to know us. Okay, they start to know us, they start to like us, they start to trust us, and now eventually they're ready to make a buying decision, which is bottom of the funnel, which leads me to the third step in business, which is now our product or service. So that in our industry is either selling some type of insurance product, maybe doing financial planning, offering investment products, offering other type of planning services. And so that is now you one-on-one with a client, communicating with them, talking with them, and giving them some type of product or service where you are making, hopefully, money at the end of it. That's the mechanics of business. So if you're not making a very good income in your business, one of those 3 things is broken. If you're not making money at the end, either you don't have enough raw eyeballs on your funnel, or something's broken within your funnel, or your product or service sucks and your sales suck and you get in front of all these clients and you can't close them and you can't get the deal. So one of these 3 things is broken. That is the fundamentals of business. However, we're going super deep dive into today's video. We're only going to be talking about lead magnets and how you can build them, but I did want to give you a quick overview. So let's just jump right into the screen share. Okay, now that you guys understand the basics of business, we have raw eyeballs, we have funnel, and we have your product or service that you're going to get in front of the client and actually offer. Now we're going to go one step deeper. This is now your funnel. So this is where you're driving all of your traffic. So you're making, whatever it is that you're driving traffic to, whether that's video content marketing, which I strongly recommend, or you're doing blog posts, or you're doing cold calling, whatever it is, you're sending people hopefully to a landing page that is specific to whatever niche you are targeting. I say this all the time in all my videos. You should come up with one target market that doesn't have to be the forever market, by the way. You don't have to only go after this one market, but you should try and come up with something that resonates with you, that you can actually identify the pain points of this individual person. For me, for example, in my insurance business, I target climbers. I'm a rock climber, ice climber, backcountry skier myself. And so I've built up my brand as, hey, I'm the life insurance broker for mountain sports enthusiasts. So I can build a landing page that is so specific to that niche. I understand the pain points of climbers and backcountry skiers, and I know how hard it is to get insurance, and I know the difference between simplified issue and traditional, etc. And I know how they feel going out to the mountains and how they feel, getting in the car and how they feel about insurance in general. So I understand their pain points so deeply. So you need to figure out what type of niche you want to target. However, once you figure that out, you can build, obviously, this landing page, which is great, and then this lead magnet, which is now the valuable resource that you are offering to them in exchange for their email. And once we get their email, and assuming they landed on our landing page, we can then start to bring them lower into this funnel where we nurture them with various different emails, and we can retarget them via Google Ads or also via Meta Ads as well. And then hopefully we want to drive them down here, and we want to either get on a sales call with them, we want them to fill out an application form, or, buy now. Here we go, buy now. And from that whole process, we get money. So the long story short, how it works going from the top of the funnel, let's say we have 100 people that actually go here. So that's great. Out of the 100 people that go to the landing page, let's say out of that, 30 people are actually going to sign up for your lead magnet, which actually is a little bit high. Maybe it's probably less than that, maybe 15%. However, out of that 30, let's say that 5 of them are going to book a sales call with you. And out of that 5, let's say 2 of them actually move forward. 2, 3 move forward and buy. Once you understand the mechanics of a funnel, now you can start to see where it's breaking down. You can just track all these different metrics and see, okay, so if we understand this, we have 100 people that go to the page, and out of that 100 people, we get 2 closed deals. Well, then we know now we just need to get 1,000 people or 10,000 people or 100,000 people, and now we could just increase this. However, if you see that 100 people are going to your page and no one downloads the lead magnet, or 1,000 people go and no one downloads it, then maybe your sales copy isn't right. Maybe, your lead magnet just isn't strong enough. Maybe people don't care about downloading this guide. Or furthermore, maybe you have 10 people that are downloading or 30 people that download the guide, the PDF, the lead magnet that we're going to build out. However, out of that 30 people, no one books a call. Well, now we know that our email nurturing isn't working, our retargeting isn't working, something is wrong in the process. And then furthermore, let's say that you are booking these meetings and you have 5 sales calls, and out of those 5 sales calls, you have 0 sales. In that case, we know something is wrong with you. You need to figure out your sales process better. You need to figure out what you're saying, your script, how you're communicating, are you being genuine? Whatever it is, you need to figure that out. This is the basics of a funnel. Great. Now we know we need to push people to this. We're only going to be talking about lead magnets in this video, even though we've talked about so much more already. I'm going to show you guys how you can now easily build out these lead magnets in like 5 minutes or less. So let's go over to my ChatGPT prompts. These are all the prompts, by the way, that I have for the social media mastery for financial advisors. I have more information in the description. However, if you guys want, I'm going to do it for you guys, but I'm feeling generous today. Just comment prompt below and I will send you guys a full list of all these different prompts that you can use. You can see on the left-hand side here, we have how to come up with our blue ocean, how to identify, your niche, how to build out your personal brand, how to build out your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your LinkedIn, Google My Business, your landing pages, your lead magnet, which we're going to get into today, your drip campaigns for all your emails, how to set up your YouTube channel, how to do short form content, how to set up Google ads, Facebook ads, all of that there, I will give you guys. Just comment prompt below and I will send that to you. But let's actually take this prompt now. Let's go ahead and copy this. So you're going to take that. We're going to go into ChatGPT. We're going to copy that. So I'm an insurance broker who serves the blank Niche. I want to create a valuable lead magnet that attracts my ideal clients and encourages them to share their contact information. Please help me by suggesting 5 ideas for a lead magnet that would be ideally specific to that market. Examples could include a compelling title, short introduction, 3 domain sections, etc. So I'm going to do something fun here in this video. And let's actually say that I am an insurance broker who serves, I'm going to do something fun here. I'm going to serve the foodie market. I am a cook and I'm a cook enthusiast, and I have branded myself as the financial chef that has the recipe for financial freedom. I'm coming up with this on the spot. I just think it's kind of fun. I actually talked about this in another video, coming up with your niche. So this could be a kind of fun idea here. So it's just 5 ideas for lead magnets that would appeal to specifically to foodies, people that love cooking, etc. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's build something that feels fun for foodie lovers, but it positions you as the financial chef with real expertise. Okay, cool. This is cool. Here we go. So the financial mise? I'm not enough of a foodie that actually understands exactly what that is. Maybe if you're a big foodie in the comments, you can let me know what that means. The recipe for financial freedom. I kind of like this one here, the recipe. This is cute. I like that. That's the recipe for financial freedom. So, okay, cool. So let's go section 1, section 2. So hang on. We have the best idea to expand. Okay. So they actually already did this for me. Pardon me. So they said this was the best one already. So let's see what we got here. Every dish starts with the right ingredients. Emergency fund. Oh, this is so cool. I love this. This is amazing. Cool. So obviously you can go through this here and you can, have a little bit of a read and see if this resonates with you and change it. But let's just go ahead and let's, okay, hang on. So one more thing you need to do. So say format this to paste directly into Gamma to create a PDF. Cute. This is amazing. Okay. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just copy this entire thing right here, closing summary, okay? And then let's go over to this one right here. So this website, I don't have the URL, pardon me, on the screen share, but this website is gamma.app. Really easy to understand, gamma.app. So go here, and then we're going to go create new. So that's, right here. This is free up to a certain point, and then eventually you'll have to pay for it. But this is free up to that point. So we're going to go paste in text. So let's do that. We're going to want to do this presentation right here. Keep that as default. And then just paste this in. This has already been formatted to put directly in to Gamma. So don't worry about doing it that. And then you're going to want to select the generate from notes or outline, which is exactly how we formatted it from ChatGPT. And then let's continue. Okay, so now before we actually go and build it, let's just do a couple of options here. So you can pick which one that you want here. I usually like to do either concise. This would probably be good for concise because it is not like a super high level form. If you were doing a much more detailed PDF, maybe you were getting into like very specifics of underwriting or something like that, you might want to go detailed, but let's just go concise for now. And then it already actually put in a little bit of this. The AI already, looked at what our outline was and put some suggestions what we would want to put in here. So food loving adults who want a simple, actionable personal finance guide in American English. That all looks good. So as far as the themes right here, so you can see here, there's a bunch of standard themes that you can pick from. And obviously you can do that very easily. You can just choose one of the themes here if you like one of them. But I would obviously recommend, if you're going to be building this out, to create a custom theme. and obviously go through, your personal branding and come up with some colors. One of the biggest things with our industry is we are just a commodity. There's nothing special about us. It's not like you have access to products that I don't have access to. So in order to set yourself apart in this extremely competitive industry, you do need to, do something different than everyone else and make sure you're a recognizable individual. And one of the best ways you can do that is through personal branding, headshots, strong color schemes, putting that in your background, just little things like that. You notice my photo right now, has the slate green. I'm very recognizable from that color. So coming up with some different colors, you can see here, this is my theme. I have this slate green as well as this orange as my theme. So I would recommend taking the time, making sure you get all your colors for your personal brand and putting them in here. But you can just go through this prompt and you can select, exactly one of these different items, whichever one, theme that you like. But I would recommend obviously going through this one right here. So let's select that here. Now, let's go to image sources. So you can either have stock photos, you can have some web images, you can get it to create some different AI generated images as well, or you could just have them empty placeholders. If you wanted to take a little bit more time, which by the way, you can still do that anyways, but if you wanted to take some more time and, create all the different images and different photos, maybe you're like a super foodie and you have so much personal content of you in the kitchen cooking and you're in a little apron and maybe on the back it says financial chef. Obviously this is, a mock scenario, but it is kind of a cute little thing that I'm thinking about here. So if you do have a lot of those images, I would recommend customizing your form a little bit more so it can look very much branded to you. But for now, I'm actually just going to put it as automatic. And then I can leave that format alone, and that is all good. Let's go ahead and generate this. Okay, we are back. I actually had to upgrade my plan. I finally ran out of the free credits, but that's okay. Okay, let's go and click generate, and let's start to see what we come up with. So hang on, it's gonna be doing it here in a couple of seconds. So like I said, this takes you literally less than 5 minutes. We're just going to the ChatGPT prompt. We're putting that information in. We're coming up with something specific that is going to be valuable to your market, whatever your target market is. You don't wanna just create some generic little, PDF that doesn't really make sense for any one specific person. If you try to sell to everyone, you're really going to sell to no one. So, okay, you can see here, this is just already cranking through. It's already using all of my branding as well, which looks great. All of this is good. It didn't come up with any photos though, so I think we can actually go back. Maybe it's because I didn't select any photos. Okay, there we go. I just reran the prompt. I just had to change it to selecting auto as opposed to selecting stock images. I think maybe with stock images, it might have just not found anything. But here we go. We have this beautiful little form here. Obviously, I would take a little bit of time and read through it and actually see, which things in here resonated with you and which things maybe you didn't agree with. But you can see here we got some photos in there, good cooking. I would take some time, again, if you are obviously, branding yourself as this person, take some time, put some personal photos up where you're actually, in the kitchen cooking or wherever you're doing it. But you can see, look at all these little photos I put here, all this here are your goals still, your taste, reviewing and adjusting. You can actually go in here directly and you can change any of this. So you can say your financial life, you can say your financial goals, whatever it is, you can change and edit any of this right within the document. Once you are actually done looking at this and editing it, which by the way, you can put these links in here as well. Obviously, I'd recommend doing that. We want to go over here. You want to go to the share button right over here, and then you want to go to export, and then you're going to export it as a PDF. That is going to be the document that you want to download it as, and you're going to download that to your computer. And that is it. We have created a beautiful, professional-looking guide that you can put on your website as a lead magnet. Obviously, take a little bit more time, go through it, put your personal touches, customize your personal brand, put maybe some photos up there of you as well. Now that you have the lead magnet figured out, if you guys want the full breakdown of my exact funnel that I'm using in my insurance brokerage to do over 6 figures per year, 100% online, click here to watch that video where I give you the full breakdown. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, just drop them below. And as always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one.